Okay, let's go again. Can I try and crawl that to that magic 2200 mark? 3 points to go to get the 2200. Okay. Three points. So while we're waiting again, watch the title player game. Shredded. I think this rumours. Shredded is a Canadian FM that we know, Telos, one of the most dangerous FIDE masters on bullet chess on the internet. His current rank on ICC for bullet shredded, I mean that's pretty high, that rating. Let's see, 1 minute rank shredded 1-minute reveals he's ranked 55. That's pretty good going for the ICC on a very competitive time control. 2419 active players total there. Okay, so of course, if it is Telos, there's the classic win I had against him on the chesspo.st site, the top rated game, where he played the Benko Gambit, and I had an antidote ready for him, but usually he does get better than me on bullet. He's a fantastic bullet player. So he's not accepting draws. He's on for the win here. He's ahead on the clock anyway. All the pawns are on dark squares. He's got the light square bishop, which is not that relevant actually to attacking any black pawns here. So can he get an infiltration with his king going? He's making the way for his king to infiltrate now, I think, or not, as the case may be. Actually, he's got weak pawns over here. So is that bishop overloaded, trying to prevent the entry here? Oh, that's an interesting breakthrough. Oh no, he's lost the key pawn. Ah. Okay, let's play Sicilian. That game's going to end soon, yes. He won on time. Okay. Okay, so, Votsmann. How's Votsmann doing? Okay. Looks fairly natural results. So Sicilian defence, I think. Ooh, okay. I think H6 is interesting as an anti-cas, just to stop this fun G5. He's going to have to move the rook now if he wants G5. Okay. Can I play a pawn sack? G5. Sack a pawn. Play knight D7. Try and get a strong point over E5. Doesn't quite work here, does it? How about just H5, G5, knight G4, take, E5. I think H5 will be quite cheeky. So if G takes, the pawns are broken up. Is this silly? Probably, but actually, because he's got knight F5, hasn't he? Take, queen takes or rook takes, E5, there's knight F5. Oh dear, if he takes the rook, if he takes the bishop, the rook H4. If he takes the queen, E5, knight F5. Let's say G6 there. Knight check, king F8, maybe. The queen would be attacked. Okay. So, Okay, weakening of course this diagonal. Can I just play knight e5 for the moment? Beautiful knight on e5. And carry on with knight z6 maybe. Or queen b6, bishop e3, queen b2 maybe. So queen b6 could be annoying on that diagonal, especially these two just lined up on the dark square diagonal here. It's not just weakening that diagonal, weakening this diagonal. Queen b6 might fit the bill here for being quite destructive, but bishop e3 now, probably a good idea. Mind you, again, queen b6 is annoying in that position. Don't think so here though. It's a knight g4 here. I'm looking forward to queen b6 again. Maybe just e5, knight d5, queen d4. I think. Okay. A lot of pawn moves, a lot of vacuum here. So possibly, okay, bishop e3 looks solid considering. Oh no, actually it drops the h4 pawn. It's not that solid. Queen d2, but he could try and castle queenside and use this h file later. Mind you, there's always rook h3 as a defense. Okay, we'll go in for this knight f5 business then. All right, that's what's going on here. So knight f5, g6, knight g7 Kf8. Testing this. There isn't queen c8, is there? Queen c8, I don't think so. It's going to be a full piece sack. He's going to get d5. I suppose it is a bit scary. I think I'll have to test it. Maybe d5, d4 or something. It's f6. That's a bit dangerous. What about taking then queen d7 just to try and calmly get that? Knight d5, bishop d8. Okay, I think that's a good idea. Knight d5, bishop d8. Try and get control of b6 and f6 there. If he takes, he can't castle queenside. If he castles queenside, queen f5, it might be an important pawn. I'm hoping I'm not going to get totally slaughtered. He doesn't really want to exchange of queens, does he? No, it does. So bishop d8 now. Otherwise, I think the position's a bit hopeless without bishop d8. And then I can play knight c6 and bishop e6. There's bishop b6, knight c6. Anything else worth considering? Knight c6, knight c7. King d7 might not be that bad as an exchange sack. It's tempting actually. What would be the benefit of knight c6, knight c7? Get rid of that pesky knight. King d7, knight b6. So bishop d8, is there anything wrong with it apart from not losing the exchange? Knight c6 and then rook c8 later. Bishop e4 or bishop e6. Takes is quite quick, isn't it, for rook f1. Bishop moves to e6. I don't feel a problem there. I think I like knight c6 in principle somehow for knight c7. King d7, knight a8, rook a8. Alright, I might risk bishop d8, I think. Takes, let's work this out. Rook f1. Bishop e6. Again, I can't see a thing here except d6. The eye off the ball of d6, of course. I don't want to lose d6, so I think that does it for me. I'm going to sack the exchange, try and soak up the pressure. I want to keep d6 protected with the king. I don't want this bishop retreat. Mind you, he's going to get past big pawn over here. It's a downside. And get this big e5 knight. Okay, so am I in trouble? Knight f3 here, rook h1, and then what? I think this rook d1. I'm not getting knight trapped on mine. It's bishop e4 if needed. Bishop c6. Okay. There's rook c8 anyway. Next, try and go on the counter attack. c3. Maybe king e6 for knight e5 later. Right, definitely this one looks good. What about just b5 here, just going for the attack? Let him let me get this attack going. Might be good fun. If he moves this rook, then there's knight e5. If he moves the other one, well, he can't. Knight h4. So I think b5. So I'll coordinate rook and bishop and knight maybe, and get also this d5 later. Bishop can blockade on h7, but then there's rook h3. This is going to be interesting. Right, so if I can get in d5, there will be bishop a3 mating. And d5 here, straight off the bat. Rook d5, king e6, rook a5. So we like king e6 here. Or just bishop h7, calm. The rook move to h3. There's knight d2 there. So the blockade's not bad, I think. Knight d2, in fact. Bishop h7, knight d2. And what about just d5? Is that too easy? I think I'll do that. Blockade first. So rook h3, knight d2. You could take, of course. So I get this bishop though on g5. So I want to play d5 here. Rook d2, bishop a3. No, I'm attacking that rook anyway. Does he really want to lose g5 now? Maybe he does. So I think I will take on g5 and play f6. So I can take this f6 pawn. It would be quite annoying. h6 pawn, I mean. Bishops are doing a good job here. So rook c2 just to, I think it's king d3 or rook d2, so I think rook c2 might as well fling that in. I think f6 for the moment. Anything better? Can't see anything. Takes as rook h1. I think for the moment f6. Okay, just to see what he's doing there. Keeps the bishop. I don't want to block in that bishop. I want to keep this blockade. There's no rook c1 for the moment. Oh, he's resigned here. 2200. He had some play left, but he's resigned. Maybe he doesn't like his position that much. Okay, so that was interesting. Experiment h5. So the option to instead of, I don't want to lose d6 in any variation. So I think this is interesting. The attack is quite dangerous here for d5 and bishop a3. This is also quite dangerous anyway. Comments or questions on YouTube? So the current rank now 2200 means, what rank does it mean on 15-minute time control? Rank 27, just below Lady Gaga, who's 2204. Lady Gaga. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks so much.